Brilliant. So now we move across to Poland, where Magdalena will talk to us about their experimental work. So I'd like to say hello to Magda. Hi, Magda. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, hello.
Hello.
One moment. I try to...
It looks good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello. Thank you for introduction, and it is my pleasure to present our study site here during our final SoilCare conference. My name is Magdalena Frąc. I'm from Institute of Agrophysics, Polish Academy of Sciences in Lublin in Poland. And together with Professor Jerzy Lipiec and Professor Bogusław Usowicz, we participated in SoilCare project as a partner responsible for study site here in Poland.
Excellent. And what soil improving cropping practices did you focus on, and why are these practices in particular?
Yeah, Polish study site experiment was focused on the effect of liming, manure and cover crops on crop yields. Sandy soil in Szaniawe in eastern part of Europe, Poland, where our experiment was located, faced several challenges. To avoid losing crop productivity, there is a need to increase soil organic matter content, water holding capacity, and decrease soil acidity, as well as increase cover crops in crop rotations to improve soil structure and nitrogen fixation. Therefore, we tested the effect of different soil management practices, soil improving cropping system, such as liming, cover crops, and manure, as well as we collaborated with farmers who incorporated of spent mushroom substrate and chicken manure.
Excellent. And can you tell us a bit more about the experiments that you carried out?
Yes, of course. So, a randomized field experiment was conducted for 3 years to explore the effect of mentioned soil improving cropping system and practices, including crop rotation of different cereals. All 5 treatments were repeated 3 times. Moreover, as I told before, we collaborated with farmers in our region who applied spent mushroom substrate and chicken manure into the soil from 20 years. Because this kind of exogenic organic matter is very typical for a study site for the region where our study site was located.
Excellent. And are these results from the experiment starting to give you an idea whether these practices will generate any of the expected impacts?
Yes. Taking into account the results, we can say that different soil improving practices had significant effect on crop yield in moist years, especially in contrast to dry one. Manure applied together with cover crop and liming gave the best results. Also, all tested soil improving practices increased significantly dry gluten content in wheat kernels, and the highest content of mineral nitrogen was observed in plots with liming, cover crops, and manure. Also, I would like to say that the study demonstrated that long-term, as I told, more than 20 years, spent mushroom substrate and chicken manure application improved soil structure, also increased soil organic matter content, and also increased biodiversity, especially when we take into account fungal biodiversity in tested soil. These are our main findings from performed experiments.
Thank you, Magda. Some interesting results there. And what did your stakeholders identify as the main factors that could promote or prevent the wider uptake of these practices?
Yeah, thanks for this question. And yes, we had many discussions with our stakeholders in our study site, and our stakeholders identified few promoting and preventing factors of tested treatments. They recognized that tested treatment had positive effect on better water storage, nutrient supply from cover crops that fixing nitrogen from the atmosphere. And also, they pointed out that something like demonstration farms, connected with mushroom producers in this region are very, very important to show, to indicate how recycling organic matter, how recycling waste of spent mushroom substrate applied into the soil in longer period of time had positive effect on soil quality, structure, and biodiversity. Preventing factors recognized by our stakeholders included needs of financial supports, especially for selected improving cropping systems such as, for example, cover crops, but also they indicated that short-term effects of SICS are not profitable. However, manual lining and cover crops are very, very relevant within most European countries, and in some of them, its application is possible, needed, and important. And thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Magda. Some really interesting ideas there on how to promote these practices in Poland, but also some issues to overcome as well. So if anyone has any questions for Magda, please put them in the Ask a Question, or again, Magda will be available at the fireside session later this afternoon.